The Nikon Z30 has been announced, but who is it actually for, and will I be buying one? It's great to see you guys back once again. We are here, we are talking about the Nikon Z30. It has been announced today, it has been released. The big hitters on YouTube have all had it out, they've all been playing with it. And so far, it has been and had a great response. Now, who is this camera for? Now, I know there'll be a lot of people disappointed because there has been quite a few comments on my channel regarding the release of a lower-end Nikon camera, the DX crop camera. A lot of people saying it's not needed. I actually think this is a really clever ploy by Nikon to try and grab a lot of people coming from phones to mirrorless cameras, and it's a great way to get them into it. And very clever in terms as well is that the Z30 is basically a Z50 and kind of all cram-packed into a smaller package, more usable package, a package where somebody will just be able to switch the camera on and start recording content, start being creative. That's the market they're aiming for. But I don't think it's just for them either. Personally, for me, I said this in my last video, I would happily have a smaller camera to take away on holiday. And having the quality of images from the Nikon Z50 and the ZFC all in this smaller form factor, that would be a nice little holiday happy snap camera for me to take away with to photograph the kids and family whilst away on holiday, and especially being able to grab some lovely 4K footage from that camera as well. We all know how good the Z50 is and the ZFC. I'm busy recording on the Z50 now with the 18-35mm 1.8 Sigma art lens. If you want to see a video of me using that art lens around the street, I'll put a link to a card above. You can go and check that out and see how that combination performs. But the quality of video and the quality of stills from the Nikon Z50 is phenomenal. It's one of my favourite all-time APS-C cameras. So I'm actually quite excited about this small Z30 that has come out, because I think, especially for this talking headshot section, that camera would be down to the ground. I could get that camera, it's lower end, it's cheaper, and I can set it up and just leave it. And all the other cameras I can take out and take with us as and when I need to, but the Z30 will just be sitting there to record these talking headshots. And having the flip out screen and having the little diode at the front, which shows you when you're recording, is ideal, makes the process so much easier. So for me, the Z30 would be ideal in the studio doing these talking headshot sections. So if you're somebody who does that, or somebody who also does a lot of live streaming, I can see where this camera can fit in also as well. So it's not just for the beginner photographer or the creative. I can kind of see this little small powerhouse of a camera being useful for so many different people. So what's the pros and cons of this camera? Well, I've made a list. So the Z30, the pros: one, it's smaller. It's a smaller form factor. Like I say, you can take it on holiday. It's not hugely smaller. It still has that nice deep grip that the Z50 has, which is fantastic to hold. It really is nice. So, but it is a little bit smaller without the EVF. It has that lovely flip out screen, the articulating screen, which will come right round. Great for vlogging, great for talking headshots, also great for getting down low and taking photographs down low. Not sure whether I would use it as a stills camera without the EVF. Probably would. On holiday I would anyways, but as to like purposely take out around the streets, I'm not sure I would do that. I'll have to use it. Don't know. Once I get my hands on one, I'll use it, find out, see how it feels. Obviously, it's a great vlog camera. Another great pro to it. Image quality and video quality out of the Z50 are fantastic. So you can guarantee that the quality will be even better, I would hope, maybe with a few little tweaks to the algorithms in terms of autofocus. It's going to be even better, or even just the same coming out of the Z30. So you're not going to be disappointed with either of those. It's the perfect transition from a phone to a camera. A lot of us use our camera phones. A lot of creators now are still using their phones to record video and upload those to YouTube, TikTok, all that kind of stuff. So it's the perfect transition from your phone to the mirrorless camera segment. And being able to capture all that beautiful imagery, 4K video, 120 frames a second, slow-mo and HD, you're going to have a lot of creativity stepping away from a phone, and the quality is going to be a lot better. The ergonomics of the camera as well is fantastic. The Z50 is great to hold. But with this being an entry-level camera, you have in the front and the back dials. So if somebody is wanting to really get into learn how to use a camera, a lot of it's already there, obviously without the EVF, but you've still got the front and rear dials to control your shutter speed and aperture. Now, from what I've seen online, Great IEF performance. Like I say, the tweaks to the algorithm seem to have made a massive difference to this camera and how it's performing. It's not missing a beat. Again, once I get my hands on one, I'll be able to give you a better idea, but I still think it's going to be a phenomenal little camera. Since the update on the Z50, it's been absolutely fantastic. So I think the Z30 as well will also be as good, if not better. It also has a longer recording time, which is absolutely fantastic. I'll pop up the recording times on the screen, which is just great. It allows for more recording, endless recording really, without having to worry about obviously the camera pausing in between any of the takes. So really good, longer recording times, which is fantastic. And now you can get the dumb batteries for the Nikon Z50 as well, which you can plug in, have constant power, but you can also have constant power as well via USB-C on the Z30 as well. So that's something else also. So long recording times, haven't got to worry about the battery because you can charge the camera up via USB-C, portable battery pack if needed. So you've also got the little red diode at the front of the camera. I would like to see this trickle down in new cameras coming out, because obviously the Z50, the Z62 doesn't have any indication on the front when you're recording. I'm recording now, but I've got to actually look at the back of the screen to see that it's still recording. So having that little diode in the front is ideal. I'm hoping to see that in future cameras as well. Now the cons for the Z30, what are they? There's not many, to be fair. One being no AVF for stills. There is that connection when you look through the viewfinder when you're taking photographs instead of holding it away. But coming from a phone, which is where they're targeting this camera to, we tend to like hold our cameras away and take a photograph looking like that. So it'll be a natural progress for somebody come from a phone to the camera shooting like that. So I don't see that an issue for where it's actually marketed at. It's only an issue for people who like to take stills and are used to looking through a viewfinder. No IBIS in the Z30. A little bit of a shame. Would have liked to seen it, but it would have made it bigger. It would have made it a bigger camera. You do get VR in the lenses, and it is quite good. And the electronic VR as well is also quite good, as long as you don't shake the camera too much. Then you'll see all this weird stuff happening. But it is good, and it does do a really good job. It looks like it's going to be released July the 14th in the UK for £699 for the body only. Great price for it. A camera that packs a punch. It really does, especially when we're getting all that goodness from the Z50 and the ZFC into that small form factor. Again, from my point of view, great holiday camera, great for this talking headshot section, and great for live streaming. So there you go, that is the Z30. That's my thoughts on the Z30. I still do believe we're going to be seeing a high-end DX camera coming from Nikon very soon. I really strongly believe that. So it's been great to have you guys here. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. See you then.